Live from Fox 35 News, you're watching Good Day Orlando.
Right now at 4 a.m. on Fox 35 News, tropical storm Mindy makes landfall in the Panhandle. We're going to check in with Jamie to see how the storm could impact our weather here today. Plus, COVID cases across the state continue to drop during the last 14 days. We're taking a closer look at why the VA in Orange County seems to be going in the wrong direction. And families of the victims of Surfside hit by another tragedy as their loved ones' identities are stolen by thieves. The charges 3 people are now facing. Good morning to you. It's 4 o'clock. I'm Andrea Jackson. Tropical storm Mindy bringing lots of rain and wind as it came ashore in the Panhandle last night. Let's get right to Fox 35 Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Jamie King to find out where it is right now. Jamie.
Well, Dre, it's well off to our north now. The effects are locally. I'll make it clear we told you yesterday whether this thing were to develop or not, and obviously it did morph into a named system Mindy. The effects locally be the same. We're talking about just rainfall and some increase in breezes today. That's about it. Now, Mindy's being steered by an approaching front, so it's going to accelerate pretty fast here all the way out into the Atlantic as we get through the day tomorrow, Friday. You can see making big headway and then becoming a depression, then what we call a remnant low north and west of the island of Bermuda, a little black speck there to the southeast of that big red L. Here's the outlook now as Mindy again goes that away. We're sending a few rain bands on in toward Ocala right now. You're not going to hear a lot of thunder and lightning out there as we're not really picking any of that up. There's either just heavy tropical downpours that are streamlining through. All areas have a chance of rain today. The best opportunity, mainly before 12 o'clock, will be north central Florida, and with some decent daytime heating, that threat will begin to shift south with time during the day today. I've got some 70s out the door, and here's a look at Orlando today. You can see the breakdown getting into the late morning and afternoon hours. Some showers, maybe a few storms mixed on in with warm, humid highs today. Around the 90-degree mark in Orlando, will go the upper 80s with more clouds and that ongoing rain chance during peak heating as we get to Gainesville and Ocala in the mid-80s, up that way, breezy out of the west pretty much all day long. That's your forecast. We'll have more coming up in your full detailed outlook and Skyfox traffic too in about 12 minutes. Andrea, back to you for now.
Jamie, thank you. Remember, you can track all the latest with Tropical Storm Mindy with the Fox 35 Storm Team weather app. We will send you alerts if any watches or warnings pop up. Plus, there is interactive radar to help you follow this and any other storm coming our way. Time now is 4:03. Hospitalizations from COVID-19 are on the decline. The governor saying the number of cases dropping during the last 14 days. The Florida Hospital Association reports around 13,000 people are in the hospital right now, all across the state. That number is down 12% over the last week. But the VA hospital in Orlando has more COVID patients than any other VA facility in the country. Fox 35's David Bowden reports. David, thank you. Advent Health is transitioning from red to yellow status. Under red status, hospitals were only scheduling the most serious outpatient procedures. Under the new yellow status, hospitals can now perform more elective surgeries. Right now, Advent Health says there are about 1,200 COVID patients in its hospitals all across Central Florida. That is down from about 1,700 at its peak a few weeks ago. Governor DeSantis opened up another monoclonal antibody site, the life-saving treatment now available in Flagler County. The site opening in Palm Coast on the campus of Daytona State College. It will be open 7 days a week starting tomorrow from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. At least 25 sites have opened all across Florida in the past few weeks. You can depend on Fox 35 News for the very latest on the coronavirus pandemic. We'll post any updates on our website, fox35orlando.com. You can also follow along with the Fox 35 News app. Families impacted by the condo collapse in Surfside are facing a brand new problem. 3 people accused of stealing the identity of deceased victims to fund shopping sprees. Fox 35's Jordan Bowen has more. Coming up next on Good Day Orlando, pressure mounting in the nation's capital for lawmakers to address the possibility of the U.S. defaulting on its debt. Why the debate over major tax hikes and the president's latest trillion-dollar spending plan is now front and center. And dangerous rip currents remain off our coasts. We are learning more from lifeguards how to safely get back to shore.
If you thought last season changed everything,
best decision we've ever made.
Just wait.
If we don't pay, people die. I need some help in here!
Conrad Hawkins.
The season premiere of The Resident, September 21st on Fox.
Watch Orlando City on Fox 35+.
Orlando City takes on Club de Football Montreal Wednesday at 7:30. Fox 35+, your home for Orlando City action all season long.
Welcome back to Good Day Orlando. That's a live look from our high-end cameras. We take a look at the hotels there on I-Drive, the attractions there off in the distance. Temperatures outside right now a comfortable 72 degrees, but we could have more rain in our forecast today. We'll check in with Fox 35 Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Jamie King in just a moment. Also take a peek at your weekend forecast as well. Time now is 4:13. More than 100 people had to be rescued from rip currents last weekend in Volusia County alone. There is a high risk of dangerous conditions through the end of this week. Fox 35's Holly Bristow explains what to do if you get caught in a rip current.
Now your weather with Fox 35 Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Jamie King.
All right. Here we are Thursday morning. JK with you here all morning long. Always watching, always tracking those Central Florida skies. Want to start off with the tropics. We know Mindy forming late yesterday afternoon. This thing is going to go zipping pretty fast right on back out to sea as we head by late morning. This morning, 8 o'clock, you can see getting ready to exit stage right into the Atlantic right around St. Simon's, Georgia Island here, and of course at the Brunswick, and that'll go blasting on out east of the Carolinas late tonight. Certainly, effects here will be felt in the form of an enhanced rain chance again today. So what's new, right? As you track the tropics over the next 5 days, a 20% chance of some type of development here over the southwestern Gulf. That looks to be pinned in that section of the Gulf courtesy of high pressure that'll establish east of Florida. Another area off West Africa kind of going that way to the north and west at 50%. Of course, we're all about Larry. That heads into the North Atlantic as we go deeper into the weekend. And Mindy, as we just discussed, moving away from us, but is dragging a very long line of showers. And there's been a few isolated storms, but I tell you, I'm looking at the total lightning strikes of Fox 35 Storm Tracker radar, and there's hardly any. So these are just some tropical downpours. Once the atmosphere begins to replenish and we see the daytime heating cycle take shape, that's when we start to talk about maybe some lightning storms coming back later today. But if you're in Ocala, you're watching me, you're hearing me now, you've got some pretty good downpours that are coming cruising through. It won't last too long as they're moving quickly through the I-75 corridor, connecting the dots to Dunellen and out towards Citrus and Levy County along the Gulf of Mexico. Trying to golf today. Well, the course may be a little soggy. High temperatures making a move toward 90 with scattered showers and storms. So out of the villages for today, rain opportunity by 9 into noon into 5. You can see about 60% coverage, especially after 11 o'clock. And PM showers and storms and a real high rip current risk as the swell from Larry only growing, increasing along the coast. So the rip current risk is going to continue to rise. A 50% chance of rain along the Cocoa Beach shoreline there at around 5 o'clock. Now, as we take a look at the next 7 days, I've gone with a 50% chance of rain longer term. More kind of seasonal numbers, we'll say, for Sunday and beyond through next Wednesday. Hot, humid highs at 90 plus each and every day with lows into the mid-70s. Welcome to Central Florida this time of year. What else can I tell you? Right now, your drive times, I can tell you, looking pretty good. Westbound, eastbound lanes of I-4, no problem. And that's a 14-minute trek there from westbound lanes of 4 from Lake Mary Boulevard down to Colonial. Looking at the westbound lanes of the 408, the east-west expressway from roughly State Route 417, the toll road over to downtown Orlando. Still in the green there, looking good at 9 minutes of travel time at this time. That's all for now. Dre, back to you.
Jamie, thank you. There is a battle brewing in Congress over President Biden's Build Back Better multi-trillion-dollar spending plan. But it's not just along party lines, it's also among Democrats. Now, the Treasury Department says the U.S. is nearing a historic default. Fox's Lauren Blanchard has more from Washington, D.C. Lauren, thank you. An update on a fallen tree in DeLand. We told you about the swarm of bees coming out of the tree that fell on a home last week. A deputy whose family has been involved in beekeeping since World War II has been caring for the relocated bees for the past week. Half of those bees are in this white box, but the other half made their home in another tree nearby. Coming up next on Good Day Orlando, a popular nighttime show is returning to Universal when the Dark Arts returns to Hogwarts Castle. Plus, Whole Foods is using a new approach at checkout. More on their cashierless walkout payments. Welcome back. New research finds living healthy costs too much, and cashierless technology is coming to some Whole Foods stores. Fox's Jackie DeAngelis has these stories and more in your Fox Means Business Report. Jackie, thank you. Next on Good Day Orlando, Volusia County is set to hold an emergency school mask meeting today. This as parents threaten legal action. Plus, a massive fentanyl drug bust in Central Florida. Why the sheriff thinks it could be connected to a Mexican drug cartel. You're waking up with Good Day Orlando on this Thursday morning. There's a live look with our Amway camera. Traffic light so far on I-4, although you do see some flashing lights there on the eastbound side of I-4. We'll check in with Jamie in just a moment, get a complete weather forecast and a peek at your traffic when we return.
The Fox 35 News app is driven by Toyota of Orlando and Toyota of Claremont.
Live from Fox 35 News, you're watching Good Day Orlando.
Right now at 4:30 on Fox 35 News, deputies in Flagler County discover enough fentanyl to kill nearly 500,000 people. The possible connection to the border crisis and a Mexican drug cartel. Plus, Seminole County schools struggling to find substitute teachers to fill open spots. Why they are calling on parents to step into the classroom. And we are tracking Tropical Storm Mindy this morning. The storm hitting the Panhandle late last night, what that means for our forecast here this morning. Welcome back. Good morning to you. I'm Andrea Jackson. We start in the Fox 35 Storm Team Weather Center with Chief Meteorologist Jamie King.
Welcome.
Talk about the storms last night. My goodness.
Yeah, that outer peripheral effect of Mindy bringing the goods to Central Florida, Dre. You know, I know, boy. It was pounded in our areas in Seminole County. Right now, Tropical Storm Mindy's got winds at 40 miles per hour. Look at the forward speed, northeast to 20. So she's racing along and it's going to go blasting offshore as we get to around midday today and continue heading out into the distant Atlantic. Now, it is producing, of course, showers. There really aren't a lot of lightning strikes right now. Just some heavy downpours. Ocala, Bellevue likely going to see some rain here within about 35-40 minutes, and that goes out to Dunnell, Chiefland, Levy County down to Crystal River. In Homosassa Springs as you get to the Citrus County areas here. Eventually, a lot of this will have a tendency of kind of cranking south. So the rain chances are going to be highest, earliest in the northern parts of the state here, and then begin to creep southbound with time through the late morning hours and early afternoon for us down closer to Orlando.
Coming up next on Good Day Orlando, UCF takes the next step to join the Big 12. What the change will mean for Knights players, the fans, and the school. And SeaWorld extends one popular event as it gets ready to debut another. Details on both coming up.
There's this dance reality show.
I'm gonna audition.
Everybody loves an underdog.
This could change my whole life.
The Big Leap, September 20th on Fox.
There's only one Judge Judy.
Stick to one woman.
It's the season premiere, September 13th on Fox 35. Because you're busy, this newscast is for you. Because your schedule's demanding, News Edge at 8 is for you. Because you've got things to do, Central Florida's only local 8 p.m. newscast is for you. Feed the kids, unwind, then depend on us to get you caught up.
Your news at your time.
Fox 35 News Edge at 8 tonight on Fox 35 Plus WRBW.
It's time to win $1 million of my money. Woo-hoo! Download the free-to-play Fox Bet Super 6 app. Pick 6 NFL outcomes for a chance to win Terry's money.
I know what you want. Thursday. Let's get into it.
Today at 10 on Fox 35.
Welcome back in sports this morning. UCFsports.com is reporting the university has officially submitted its application to join the Big 12 Conference. Reports last week suggested the Knights would be joining 3 other schools, BYU, Cincinnati, and Houston. The conference change could mean a lot more national exposure for UCF and a lot more money. It would also give UCF a national stage to attract new recruits. The school would have to pay an exit penalty fee to its current conference, the AAC. The actual move to the new conference could happen as early as 2024. And the Orlando Magic just added a new high-profile player. One of the newest faces to join, setter Robin Lopez. He's played for the Suns, the Knicks, and most recently the Washington Wizards. As Fox 35's Jessica Ely learned, he's all about the Magic and the Magic Kingdom. Dust Devil was incredible.
Right? Striking, isn't it? I mean, it looks like an EF0, EF1 tornado.
Thank you.
Unbelievable, Dre. Yeah, we'll be showing that video through the morning, I'm sure, here on Good Day Orlando. Just captivating. Take a look. Mindy, you know, yesterday we talked, we're like, all right, if this thing develops, if it doesn't, the impacts will remain the same. for us here in Central Florida, and that is going to be rain and just a marginal increase in breeze today out of the west and southwest. So winds now have decreased. Latest from NHC now, Mindy, a depression, winds at 35, and will continue to diminish as we head into the weekend. By tomorrow Friday and the Saturday, it'll be zipping on out into the Atlantic. A fast mover now, though. We've got that area, that line now, moisture draping to the south of the circulation, so wrapping up and then back around Mindy as she starts to boogie up a little bit closer toward coastal Georgia. You can see here that line, how that expands. I mean, it goes all the way out into the coastal waters of Texas, and then that circulation goes that way as, again, Mindy now down to depression status. All right, Ocala, heads up. I want to let you know why we don't have a lot of lightning strikes. None, in fact. You got a heavy downpour. The heaviest core of rain will be on your fine community here in about 12 minutes, but you can see the very scattered nature of the stuff as it starts cranking north and east. It's moving pretty fast, too, so as it arrives, it drops to rain. Oh, my goodness, what's going on? About 10 minutes later, like it never happened. It's moving that quick. High tide, low tide, the rise and fall of the coastal waters of Ponce Inlet and Port Canaveral today. Look at this young laddie. Boy, I had a smile like that when I was his age, too. This is Lucas, everyone, and he caught these beautiful flounder. He was doing a little night fishing with his mom and dad at Port Orange. I know where he's at there on the Dunlawton Causeway. Boy, that's a good catch there, my friend Lucas. So tight lines to your friend, and thanks for the submission for today's King's Catch. Showing you breezy weather today. Winds ease. Tomorrow will keep it hot and humid. The rain chance Saturday at 60%, lows there at 75. That's your forecast. Let's head over to the world of Skyfox traffic. Live look at your drive times. Nothing much going on now. I'll have more for you coming up. Weather and traffic together beginning at 5 a.m. as Good Day Orlando rolls on live for you on this Thursday morning. Andrea?
Jamie, sir, thank you. 2 men are accused of stealing a sea turtle in Brevard County. Investigators say Run Fun Lu and Kima were at Freddie Patrick Park in Port Canaveral Tuesday afternoon when they picked up a sea turtle. When a security officer walked up to them, they tried to hide the turtle. FWC is now investigating. We've also got an update to a story we told you about yesterday on Good Day Orlando. A passenger caught on camera growling and hissing at people on a flight. Fox's Chelsea Edwards spoke to someone on the plane about what happened. Next up on Good Day Orlando, President Trump stepping into the ring with his son. Details coming up next. And quite the surprise for Florida Fish and Wildlife, a massive gator stuck in a storm drain. How they got this big guy out next.
FASD Red Shoes rock September 9th. Visit fox35orlando.com for more info.
Get all the news you need without the time commitment. 24/7 access to top stories, plus breaking news alerts and live video streaming. Stay in the know on the go. Download the Fox 35 News app.
Welcome back. Caught on camera, a view from inside the cockpit of the Red Arrows. They are the Royal Air Force equivalent of the Blue Angels. This video shows the team flying low over the ground before climbing into the air to do a stunt. Quite a sight to see. Also quite a sight to see. Check this out. A giant gator stuck in a storm drain in South Florida. Experts say it was about 11 feet long. Fox's Maricela Burgos has the story. Great to see everybody involved in that one, and that gator is now set free. Well, trending this morning, former President Trump is testing out a new role as a boxing commentator. His debut will be on Saturday for the Holyfield-Belfort fight. It will be held at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in South Florida. Don Jr. will join him for the entire 4-fight telecast. The same promoter has had celebrity commentators before, like Snoop Dogg. And a newlywed couple is going viral for their wedding photos. They had their photo shoot on a mountainside freeway. The two wore their backpacks and trekked around Paradise Valley in Arizona, taking several pictures at different spots. The bride's dad was diagnosed with stage 4 bone cancer just 3 months before their wedding, so the couple decided to make their photos memorable.
My suit, her dress, you know, it's a one-time thing, and it was great for us we invested a lot of time and energy into this, so we wanted to make the most of it.
The couple also took pictures at a bowling alley and a bus station. A lot more still to come in our next hour of Fox 35. Ryan Elijah joins us next for the 5 o'clock hour of Good Day Orlando, which starts right now.